Yes, hello guys, welcome to another video. And today back again. Yesterday we were off. I think I left some information on the website on my YouTube channel on my post. I left a post that I left a post actually because yesterday I was quite busy. I traveled to another city and I came back. It was quite late, so I couldn't do the show anymore. But anyways, I try to always give you guys some information about that. So nice to be back again and nice to see you guys all. Show on stage. What is this? Yes, okay, good. So yes, back again and we will go straight into the questions. I hope you guys are prepared for today evening. We have mock 3 to do today. And I hope you have digested the first part and the second part with you guys. So some people are okay, already left the message. Looking forward to this, Brian. Yes, great. Also looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to also. Yes, great to know you guys are all looking forward to this. And again, watching from somewhere. If you're new, just drop your name and place you're watching for, or anyone. If someone comes in, then at least they know that at least people are here involving and people also are, I mean, to be collaborative. At least they try to know your name so that they can interact with you guys. Okay, nice. Let's see. So today we're going to be doing mock 3. If you have your study material, as I said, always good. But if you don't have, then you can still follow and go from. If you don't have, you can still follow on and then you try to do it again or do it again at home. That's the best thing. I can always advise that if you do this thing as we're doing it today, because we'll be doing mock 3 with different set of questions, different set of past questions. So endeavor to try to do it again on your by yourself, just listening to us we're communicating here, then try to do the exam yourself, because now you have 2 mock questions. This one, after we finish today with answering all the questions, you're going to have 3. So if we do this gradually, then in the end, before 28th of April, while you're writing, you're going to already have a lot of experience answering the questions. So I endeavor that you practice it also yourself. Don't just wait when we do it here and then you go home and then probably you don't, or maybe after you don't do it, it's not really going to, it's going to help. But the more you do it yourself, also it really helps. Okay, so today let's jump on the screen. Okay, let's see. From USA, yes. Hello, I'm Ruben before, and I'm based in England. Okay, hello, and is it Ru? Let me put on the screen. Hello, I'm Ruvimbo, and I'm based in England. Okay, you're welcome here, and we're having this show that we solve past questions, and probably I think maybe I don't know if this is your first or second time here, but anyways, we started by trying to walk through the study materials, and today we are now trying to solve the past questions and whatsoever. But we had already gone through, let's say, RSTP, FFAR, and all those study material stuff. So now what you can learn also more is just to go through with us also the past questions. So I hope you have been reading. But anyways, everyone, you guys are all welcome. So today we have mock 3 and let's go, guys. Excited to see where it takes us to. So ready? I think we already have 8 people. So let's be ready and start going. So I'm going to put it on screen. Normally you won't see me, so I will just be communicating, coming and checking. So let's do it so that at least we get at least the tempo going. No. Not inviting, I guess. Okay, that's mock 3 on screen. And if no, not that way. Let's see. Yes. Okay, good. So guys, that's mock. I think this is perfect. That's mock 3 on screen. So the first question we have. Do I have to take this route? question. I have to highlight it back off it back. Yes. Now it goes away. I salute my people. Greeting to everyone who just joined. Okay, now but let's start with the question, guys, so that at least let's crack on. Okay. So this is the first question today is, which of the following natural and legal persons are not considered to be a third party in the context of a third party ownership? Okay. So third party ownership. So if you had your study materials, third party ownership, probably you're going to go to that part. It's under FFAR. That's why. So I'll give you guys some time. For those who don't know, you can also try to open. As I always encourage here, it's always nice to look at the book, because once you look at the book, it's more even helpful. What I mean, the book is the study material. Once you look at the study material, it's more helpful, and it helps you know where these things are, because if they can ask also third party in the exam, at least you should have an idea of what it is. Okay. I'm waiting for you guys to jot your answer then, actually, and then before I come in then. Okay. Well, anyways, let's say at least we have given time a little bit of time. So let's check already. We're giving it a little bit. So for those joining, what we always do here is when I put the questions, you just need to check. You can also check your study materials. If you're new, yeah, you just need to check your study materials, or you see what the others are doing, and just to leave your answer. If you know the answer, you can leave it on the chat box. If you don't know the answer, you can verify the book. The reason I say verify, you check through the book, is that it helps you because you're going to use the study materials in the exam. So this is almost like a practice session for you guys. So for those who don't know how to use the book, I say advice, because if you don't, it's going to be challenging for you when you're writing the exam. Okay. And what was the question then? I see people putting a lot of B. Which of the following natural and legal persons are not considered to be a third party in the context of a third party ownership? Third party ownership. Okay, I would like us to read this, because the answer is, I don't know why. The answer is not B. The answer is D, sporting director. So, but let's can someone put a little bit of note why the person went with the answers? Let's just explain the answers, because it's good to also know certain things. Can you, if you can put me, if one of you guys, why did you say B and all those kind of stuff? It would be nice. Which of the following natural and legal persons are not considered to be third party are not considered to be third party? Player is not a third party, yes. We have many answers. Third parties are club. Third parties are the player can't be a third party. Yes, the player is not also a third party. So correct. So yes. So next person, third parties are club players and what third parties are club players. It's okay. Can you guys see something there? Just a moment. I want to put an explanation. And that's why I say it's always nice for us to open our books because I wanted us to verify something. So can someone, because I would like us to listen, can someone goes to third party? Let me say, which of the following is natural and legal person are not considered to be third party in the context of third party ownership? In the context of third party ownership. So the reason why someone to open the book under third party ownership and try to verify also there. Open your study materials, then you come back and let us know. And most of you guys, because at least while people are studying here, I want you guys to find something also. Try to open your study materials and go under third party ownership. So, because there will be no point for me trying to always, let me delete this. Let me not drop that message first. Then I'm going to drop it later. There's no point for me to always try to give you guys some or answers why you are not using the study materials. Try to use the study materials also, please. It's very important for you guys. So, or let's mark that question. I want someone to tell me you go to third-party ownership under study materials and you find this in because it's also in the study materials. So try to do that, and then you can drop the question. You can drop what you found there, and then it will be helpful for everyone, or for those also who are not. And just to inform you guys, third-party ownership also is under FFAR. So if you go under FFAR is FIFA Football Agent Regulation. So it's on page 100 and something in your study material. Go there, you find third-party ownership and try to locate that, because these are things that can also actually come in the exam. But now, if you don't really also try to manage it, then it's going to be challenging. Or if you don't know how to navigate the answer. Let's move to question. So I'm waiting that also already still. We can clear. So I will be waiting for one of you guys to drop that. Okay, question 2 is, why are we here? No, we're already in question 5. Oh, I don't want people seeing a lot of the questions already. So which one is not considered as remuneration under FIFA Football Agent Regulation? Which one is not considered as remuneration? Now, also, under the study materials, you need to, if you are using Control F, you need to, what's the keyword here? Is it remuneration? So for people, but already they already gave you guys already an easy way to find it under FFAR. So it's good because they said under FFAR. So which one is considered not? Which one is not considered as remuneration? So first, I think you need to first know what is remuneration, and then it will be easy. I hope this, yeah. Okay, let's see. Someone is said, where are we still talking? Did someone check already the question 1? Okay, we're going to leave that as an assignment. So we're going to put that an assignment so that let's see how we all come back and check it. So we're going to put that an assignment because what I want to us we should do, we should all learn how to use the study materials. So at least we can put some discipline here and some rules, because if you don't learn how to use the study materials, guys, it's going to be challenging the exam. That's a serious thing that I'm saying here. Believe me, because you're going to come again across a question that you might not know how to answer. So that one, you have to learn how to use. Okay, but anyways, question 2. Did anybody put, let's see, let me see your answers. Someone put question 2 is D, question 2 D, question 2 is C. Okay, so now the first thing, the answer is future transfer compensation. So that's C. Question 2 is C. Yes, the answer is, because I say which is not considered as remuneration under the football agent regulation. So under FFAR also you can find this answer. So the question, the answer is C. So, but put a mark to also this so that at least it helps you when you are revising back. It can help you. So remuneration is money linked to or linked to player salary. It's like player salary. Listen, okay, and sign on fee, bonuses, loyalty bonuses or whatsoever. They are all remuneration, but future transfer compensation is not. Okay, let's move. Let's do something more. I think we answered this question already, but I hope so. I hope no one. The third question, I think we answered this already. Yeah, some of the guys, and it was on mock 1. We answered this already on mock 1. The question. So you see, because I said these are all past questions we're doing. Past questions who came already. So you see that this now has repeated itself. And I'm sure also in future, some other questions will repeat themselves. So female players are entitled to maternity leave during the term of their contract, paid at the equivalent of how much of their salary. If you remember this, because we answered this in mock 1. Soon I'll be turning. Anyways, okay, now I'm turning. Okay, let's see your answers. Many people got this one right. Okay, good, guys. Yeah, I think many people got this one. C. Yes. Female. So it was female players are entitled to maternity leave during the term of their contract, paid at the equivalent of how much of their salary. Yes, when they are on maternity leave, they are paid 2/3 of their salary. But when they are, let's say, but there's also a situation that they can ask when the player is pregnant. When the female player is pregnant, but not yet on maternity leave. Remember that these are different situations. The player is still entitled to a full wage. That's why in some cases, some clubs, if they discover that you're pregnant and you're not offering this thing, they try to push you to go on maternity leave as quick as possible so that you get 2/3. Because while you are still in charge of the club, if you're in charge, while you're still in the club, at the club, if you have not taken your maternity leave, you are earning your full wage. So in certain cases, some clubs try to ask you, pressure you. So these kind of questions also they can ask also. Sometimes the clubs try to pressure you. Are you sure you're not okay to go for maternity leave? Are you feeling this thing? They know that the moment you accept that you're going for maternity leave, your salary drops into 2/3. something like that. And also, same as this female player, when the female player is ready to return for maternity leave, you are integrated into the club ASAP. So I'm just trying to, this is not a question, but I'm just trying to give people a little bit of information about this. So for female players, so that this doesn't cause stress for female players, that's probably when someone is pregnant or cause unwanted kind of decision. So when the person is pregnant, if the person is still at the club, the person doesn't, the person has the full salary. The moment the person leaves maternity leave, you have 2/3. The moment the person is coming back, the club has to do everything to reintegrate the person. There's nothing like, okay, just hold on, we sign a player. It's none of your business, the player. If the club signs someone to replace you due to your absence, the moment you come back, the club club starts paying your salary back and full remuneration. There's nothing like anything. If anything happens like that beyond those kind of things, that's breach of contract. Then you are legally in charge in charge to look for situations to solve that problem, to take the case to FIFA or whatsoever. Okay, but just at least you should know those things. Okay, question 4. In which of the following can the FIFA Council convene an extraordinary Congress? Select one or more. We answered this yesterday. I can remember this because we spoke of ordinary Congress, not yesterday, the last time we were online. We spoke of ordinary Congress, and we also had extraordinary. And if some of you guys, if you remember the answer, I think this question is also under mock 2. Okay, I'm still waiting. Someone has already put the answer. So, okay, someone has already put his own answer for A and B. Let me wait for others to drop their own answers. Let's see. Okay, 2 people. No, 3 people. Hello everyone. Sorry I'm late. Yes, you're welcome. We are still at, is it question 4? So just join in and you're going to watch this the session later. So just read the question on screen. Question 4. So we're just starting. So we're still on question 4. Just 3 people answered. Guys, drop your answer. I see just 3 people. I'll wait a bit, then I move forward. Okay, let's move forward now. Yes, you guys are all right. The question 4 is A and B. So you guys are all right for that one. So the question was, let me read it again. In which of the following situation can the FIFA Council convene an extraordinary Congress? Select one or more at any time if 1/5 of the member association have requested it in writing. Okay, good. Let's move to question 5. Someone said something here. Page 20. If the FIFA material, this one was easy to find. Page 20. Okay, page 20 in the FIFA. Okay, then good to know. At least, guys, you know already that someone already used this study material to find it on page 20. So I'm happy that some people can use the study material. As I said last time, it's always nice if we put a question on screen and then someone is also sharp to say, hey, this answer is on page this answer is on page this. It helps. Okay, but so thanks for your info. So we appreciate that here, that at least you have done a good job to find that one. So thumbs up. Okay, let's move to next one. The next one is question 5. So we switch over page, and question 5 is, which of these statements are correct? Select one or more. A player may play friendly matches for 2 or 3 clubs in a single season. We have also answered this question, I think. B, a player may play official matches for 3 clubs in any one season in the same national association. C, a player is permitted to play official matches for 3 clubs in any one season only if the third club and the second club have an overlapping season. D, a player can only ever play official matches for 2 clubs in any one season. So answer, let's say, question 5. Yes, waiting, guys, still. Okay, I think it's time for me to check your answers. Let's see. Okay. Question 5, we have B and D, B and D, C and D, B and D, B and D, 5C. Okay. So your B, the answers were, let's say, no, the first you said which of the statements, are correct. I said a player may play friendly matches for 2 or 3 clubs in a single season. No. And then your answer, most of you say B, a player may play official matches for 3 clubs in any one season in the same national association. C was a player is permitted to play official matches for 3 clubs in any one season only if the third club and the second club have overlapping season. Okay, and the last one is a player can only ever play official matches for clubs in any one season. So here we have one. The first one is C. Most of you guys put B. So I'll explain this. So CD, but I'm going to explain this also. Let you know. A player is permitted to play official matches for 3 clubs, okay, in any one season, only if the third club and the second club have an overlapping session. That is correct. And then also, a player can only ever play official matches for 2 clubs in one season. So let's break this down. So First, your answer C. I gave so if you are playing or not you are an agent. So if a player is playing, let's say in the Premier League, I want to the Premier League. Okay, he plays in the Premier League. It says incorrect. Pardon? Okay, let me explain. If a player is playing in the Premier League, okay, and then he has a loan, the question says choose the incorrect. Choose the incorrect. Okay, good, good. Which of the statement is incorrect? Yes. Okay, good. Thanks for the correction, because those were the okay. Let's go again. A player may only play official matches for 3 clubs in one season in the same nation. Okay, B is correct. Yes. And just hold on. And a player can only play and ever play official matches for 3 clubs in one season, and only if the third club. Okay, C is wrong. And a player can only ever play official matches for 2 clubs in one season. Okay, yes. Now I see your answer. Okay, B and D is right, actually. I was trying to explain instead the correct answer. So thanks for the adjustment. The question says incorrect. Perfect. Good. This is one of the things I say. If you don't read the questions well, then you fail. So it shows that you guys read the question. I was reading the question here and I didn't even interpret incorrect. So glad you guys put me on track. So that's nice to know that at least you guys corrected me. It said incorrect, not correct. Okay, let's move to next one. What is it? You're right. I missed it also. Yeah. Okay, great. Let's move to next. Question 6. When a training reward trigger is identified as defined in these regulations and in accordance with Article 20 and 21 of the RSTP, a provisional EPP is electronic player passport for the relevant player will be generated by the TMS. TMS means transfer matching system. So you need to know these words. How long will the provisional EPP be available for inspection after generation in TMS by all member association known as the inspection period? Okay, this is quite, I think most of you guys are going to find this is because I think we have answered this one also in one of the past questions when we're when we're solving. Do you know when we used to do the exam? Not exam, RSTP, when we're treating the RSTP, then under those questions that I usually just give you guys. I think you guys are going to know this one easily. I can see the answer staring on my face. Is it B? Is it C? Is it B? Is it C? Is it whatsoever? But anyways, yeah. I give time so that some people to also check if they want to check the book, because I know I think maybe most of you guys are going to answer, but it's always nice for me to give a little bit of time so that some of you guys can check the book also. No, okay. I think we have time already, so at least let's check now. Okay. Oh. Yes, I knew most of you guys were going to have this one. Yes, it's 10 days. I hope I'm not. Yes. So it's 10 days when the training was triggered. So yeah, 10 days. I think we answered. The answer is B, guys. So we answered this one. I think multiple times also when we're doing some revision. And if you want to check this was under RSTP. So it even tells you sometimes you just have to be smart also because it's even talking under it even gives you the article. So now if someone who is more fast in opening the book will just go there because I even say according to Article 20 and 21 of the RSTP. So you already know that this is under RSTP. But now what I was telling you guys at the beginning is that do you remember when I used to tell you guys try to master the table of content? Because now, for someone who knows where RSTP, you know where the RSTP is page. Is it 159? And then you go already straight. But someone who doesn't know where the RSTP page is found in the study material, you go and start under status. You start coming disciplinary code. You start coming ethics code. You start coming gradually before you fall under, you go and look RSTP. But whereas someone who knows about the RSTP, you just know that it's on page 150 something. Is it 59 whatsoever? Go straight there and look at the table of content and try to find and go to the place straight. Okay, let's move forward. How many members will the council consist of in total? This one also is staring at my face. How many members will the council consist of in total? If you want to find this should be under status. When you talk of this council, and it should be under status. So status is the first part of your study material. You have the status. Okay. And someone put again page 241. Was this for question? Okay, 6, page 241. Okay, if you have verified it, then nice. Guys, you can just also take note of the page and also go through it so that people can also, if someone is putting the page, then that's nice. Okay. Just 2 people. I have to wait a little bit. They said 7C. We need more than that. Or I mean, we need more than 2 people to answer before we move forward. So, guys, do your job. The third person is C. Okay, fourth person also C. Okay, you guys got this right. So it is C. So the members council, how many members will the council consist of in total? So it's 37 members. Yeah. Okay. Let's move. Which of the following is not the right? Which of the following is not a right of a member association? So A, to take part in the Congress. B, to nominate candidates for the FIFA Congress. C, to take part in competition organized by FIFA. D, to draw up proposals for inclusion in the agenda of the Congress. So I leave it there. So which of the following is not a right of a member association? waiting. Then just okay. I think we go back. And let's see your answer. At least I've given time a little bit for that one. Okay. Page 23. Come on, go page 23. This page 23, was it for question C? Under status. Probably, I think maybe you're saying that's for under status. Okay, but now let's look at the let's look at the answer. Which of the following is not the right of a member association? So, which is not the right of a member association? Okay. So, to take part in a congress, that's the right of a member association. To take part in the congress, to nominate candidates for the to nominate candidates for the FIFA Congress. B is correct. It's not your right. To take part in competition organized by FIFA is not. To draw up a proposal for inclusion in the agenda of the Congress. So the answer is B. Let's see what you guys did there. Okay, some people got B, B, B and D, D, D. So B. And just to verify your answer, which of the following is not a right to member association when it comes to Congress? So this also, I think you should find it under status. Under your status. Did anyone find the page under status? So the right of member association. So the right to member association right. What are the rights of a member association? So if you try to go there, I think it's under status, something like that. So you can find that there already in page. Okay, someone put there page 14. So what are the rights to a member association? So you can try to always find this. Someone said A, B, and C are the rights, but D is not the right. Which of the following is not the right? A, B, and C are the right. You said number 14. Let's go through it. Just a moment. Let's go through it. Question. Let me open my book as well. Let me open also my study material as well. Just hold on. Let's. No. If I study materials. Someone said 14. Guys, you do verify as well. Let's see if you guys go to the page and verify. It's easy. We're not in a rush. Let's not hurry too much. You guys verify so that and let me know the answer. Why I'm checking here. Did someone write anything? They said the question. No, the question is. I think you guys you need to understand the question. The question said which of the following is not a right of a member association. So what you're looking for is something that is not a right of a member association. It should be okay. So what you should be looking for is when you go to the right of a member association, you should look whether to nominate candidates for the FIFA Congress, is it the right? So much Article 17, page 16. Yes, as I said, we're not in a haste. We can try to find, because it's important that you learn these things a little bit and figure it, because these are the things you use in the exam. Yes, I said B is the correct answer. Yes, but I want, are we okay? I'm using the FIFA document. I see it in page 14. Okay. Okay, let's move forward. Okay. Yes, I just wanted you guys to clarify yourself, at least to learn how to use the book. It's very important to at least. Okay, let's move forward then. Since you guys have at least done some uh some tasks. Okay, let's go to question 9. Which of the following are recognized standing committees? Select one or more. Question 9, yes. Yes, soon I'll turn again. Okay. Okay. Question 9. Let's go ahead. I think you wanted to put A and B. This person, I think, wanted to put A and B. And then A and B, A, B, C, A and B, A, B, C, 9, A, C, D. Answer is A and B. Okay. Which of the following are recognized standing committees? Select one or more. So the only way we could find out is also to use a study to find various committees. So recognized standing committees, the answer is A and B. Okay, yes, A and B, as most of you guys put, yeah. So let's go to question 10. Which of the following could be a sanction given to a member association that fails to automatically communicate or manually declare a training rewards trigger to FIFA? So again, which of the following could be a sanction given to a member association? So this is about the same member association you were checking the right. Which of the following could be a sanction given to a member association that fails to automatically communicate or manually declare a training rewards trigger to FIFA? A ban on registering new players internationally. B, a ban on registering new players domestically. C, a levy of 2.5% of calculated training rewards training rewards due payable to training clubs through the FIFA clearinghouse. And D, none of the answers listed. So you need to learn how to interpret the question, because if they say which of the following could be a sanction given to a member association that fails to automatically communicate or manually declare a training reward. What is a training reward? You first have to know that training reward is like, for example, training compensation, solidarity mechanism, and all those things passes through FIFA clearinghouse. So, and what is the rule of FIFA clearinghouse? As we spoke here, we said FIFA clearinghouse is used to put transparency. FIFA came up with that so that it can make, so that before training rewards were being passed through, when there was a training reward triggered, it didn't pass through the FIFA clearinghouse. So there was a way that there could be a little bit of corruption, and clubs were also delaying to pay people's money, players' money. That's why the FIFA clearinghouse came about. That now, if training compensation is triggered, now everyone sees it. FIFA can see that, okay, club A has actually paid this person's money, club B. So it passes through. It's like a middleman. It passes not through that FIFA clearinghouse, and then before going to that club. So when a transfer happens, for example, let's say when Mbappe moved from Monaco to Paris Saint-Germain, the academic club who trained him earlier was like AS Bondy. AS Bondy received a training compensation. That training compensation passed through FIFA clearinghouse. Okay, it passed so when Monaco was paying AS Bondy that training compensation, it passed through FIFA clearinghouse. So FIFA was seeing that everything was transparent. Okay, so that's just a little bit of explanation what training rewards are. So now coming back to this question, it says, what was the question? Was it question 10? Yes, it was question 10, if I'm not mistaken. Which of the following could be a sanction given to a member association that fails to automatically communicate or manually declare a training rewards trigger to FIFA? So I was just explaining what this a little bit, if you can get an idea about that. But okay, let's move ahead and let's see. And it will say a ban on registering new players internationally. B, a ban on registering new players domestically. C, a levy of 2.5% of the calculated training rewards due to payable training clubs through the FIFA clearinghouse. And Z, none of the above, none of the answers listed. Let me see what you have written. No one got the answer. Okay, someone got the answer right. The person who said D. The person who said D, the answer is D. Yes, D. Yeah, the answer is D. None of the above listed. Let's see. Okay. Okay, let's go to question 11. The FIFA clearinghouse is entitled to request an individual, club, or a member association to provide information when performing a compliance assessment Which of the following are examples of information that the FIFA clearinghouse may request? Select one or more. So yes. Yes, waiting. Yes. If you want to check, yes, you can. So the question was, the FIFA clearinghouse entitled to request FIFA clearinghouse. Okay, so this they're already making you know that's under FIFA clearinghouse request. So what are the keywords here if you want to find? I want to just give you some keywords if you want to check from the book. The FIFA clearinghouse is entitled to request an individual. So do you see things like request an individual club or member association to provide information when performing a compliance assessment? Which of the following are examples of information that the FIFA clearinghouse may request? So probably you can also find compliance assessment under FIFA clearinghouse. You have to say about that. Okay, let's go. I think I've given enough time. I think. Do I give a little bit of time? See, I can't see from my end. Please read them out. You should okay, if you cannot see from your end, so I don't know if you're using the phone. I found something that because I can many people can see. So if you're using your phone, that might be the case. Go touch your screen and enlarge it, then you can read it easily. Touch your screen and enlarge it because it's always easy. So, but I give just some few a little bit of moment. I think I've enlarged it. But if you're using your phone, what you can do is you touch your screen and just enlarge it a little bit. Then you're going to see. Let me give a little bit of time that you read it again. Okay. Now let's go. Let's go again. I think I've given time. Yes, yes. If you're using the phone, yes. If you're yes, I said just try to enlarge your screen because I was also checking this that when some people said they are not seeing, so I checked that you can always use your phone to you click on the question and just try to enlarge it so that you can read it. Then it's much helpful like that. Anyways, let's move forward and let's see the answer. So the question was, if as you read, the FIFA clearinghouse is entitled to request an individual club or member association to provide information when performing a compliance assessment. First of all, guys, who knows what is compliance assessment? Anyone? Okay, first of all, well, compliance assessment is when FIFA regularly checks whether the money is uh, everything is correct. Okay, good. It's correct. Okay, someone said he knows it. Correct. And that same person also has had the answer A, B, C, and D. Yes, but well, anyway, the answer all is A, B, C, and D. Yes. So he said he knows it. This person. Yeah. Yeah. Good. Your answer is right. A, B, C, and D, and that's yes. So and how many people had A, B, C, D? Okay. Yes, but the answer is A, B, C, and D. Good. Okay. But anyways, let's move to 12. Which of the following is responsible? Let me enlarge the screen so that you see. So let's read. Which of the following is responsible for investigating compliance with eligibility requirement of the FIFA football agent applicant? A. FIFA football agent regulations. B. The football tribunal. C. The FIFA general secretariat. D. FIFA council. So this question is just asking, do you know when you applied for the actually you have applied for your exam actually. So they're now asking now that which department, let me say, check your eligibility, whether you are right to become a FIFA agent, because most of you guys who have been approved to write the exam. When you write the exam, I mean when you apply, there's background check that eligibility, there's background check whether any criminal record and all those things. So those things happen. I don't know if you guys know, but for someone to become a FIFA agent, know that they must have run a background check for you all before accepting you to write. So many people register. Some people they get rejected because of probably they have gone through a background check and have discovered that okay, they were involved in bankruptcy issue, they were involved in certain things. So they will come and say, okay, you're not eligible to write. So now they're just asking you who is in charge of that. Okay, let's go. Let's see. Okay, let's see. People put, whoa. Okay, everybody have it. C, yes, C is the right answer. Good one, guys. Almost everybody had it. Yeah, good. Okay, yes, the general secretary is in charge of that. So when they run all those checks for people, the general secretary is the one doing that. Okay, let's go to next one. Question 13. Training compensation is not due in which of the following situations? Select one or more. So this is try to pay attention to the question. They say training compensation is not due. So they are not saying that when is training compensation due. So A, the player registers, a player registers with a training category 4 club. B, a player is transferred during the calendar year of their 24th birthday. C, a player's former club terminates their contract without just cause. D, a player terminates their contract with their former club without just cause. Okay, so I'm waiting. Let's wait. So now I'll be changing. So I give again a little bit few times so that those who are checking on their book, they can check. Or those who are checking the study materials, they can check. Okay, let's go through it. At least we get from time. So training compensation is not due in which of the following situations. Select one or more. So let's see what most of you guys wrote. Okay. Some people say A, some people A, B, C, some people say A, B, C, some people A, B, D. Okay. The answer is A when it's not due. So let's look at it already. A player registered with a training category 4 club. So that is right. It's not due. Category 4 club, what is it? We spoke about this here earlier. It's an amateur club. So A is right. Let's move forward again to the next one. A player is transferred during the calendar year of their 24th birthday. This is also right. We know at your 24th birthday, you are not due training compensation. Okay. And then C, a player former club terminates their contract without just cause. This is also right, which means the club doesn't receive any training compensation if the player is transferred. When you terminate a player's contract, you don't receive it. So that one is right. And then D, a player terminates their contract with their former club without just cause. Okay, this is wrong because this is a player terminating their contract. So A, B, C is right. As you the guys who said A, B, C. So A, B, C is right. Okay. Question 14. Which of the following best describes the solidarity contribution that will be due in regards to the calendar year of a player's 15th birthday, given that a transfer fee has been paid for the player who is now aged 22? 5% of 5% compensation. B, 5% of 10% compensation. C, 10% of 5% compensation. D, 10% of 10% compensation. Okay, waiting, let's see. As I see people writing this in. Okay, let's go. Which of the following is which of the following describes the solidarity contribution that will be due in regards to the calendar year of the 15th or the player's 15th birthday, given that the transfer fee has been paid for the player who is now aged 22? The answer is A, 5% of 5% compensation. And just to talk a little bit about these things, these fees and all these things, I made mention about you reading the rules and the rules of. I think most. I don't know if most of you guys have gone through it. The rules of what is going to come towards the exam. Have many of you guys gone through it already? Because on the first page, there's a place that says the rules and rules, what is going to happen in the exam. So all this like service fee and all those things, they have been prohibited because, let's give an example, service fee. Let's take, for example, I just want to, I don't say we shouldn't study it, but most of the time, when FIFA says there are certain things that will not come, they will not come in the exam. So what do I mean service fee? Service fee is like, let me say your commission, let's say 3% or 5% when an agent. Yes, it's 5% of 5. Yes. You can check that it's 5, age 12 to 15 is here. It's 5% of 5. Yes, the answer is A. A is correct. But anyway, just to explain what I was saying here, service fee, FIFA has said it will not come this year. It will not come this year because there's still that situation that is in court for them to be able to go through it. So it's not really approved. Let's take, for example, I was speaking to an agent, some in Brazil, the service fee, people charge 7% of commissioning. Okay. So service fee is not really like stable. Still, that's why they don't want to make it come in the exam. So probably you're not going to see any something like service fee calculation. But whereas, let's take, for example, in Finland, yeah, what we do, people are charging 3-5%. So it varies now. So there's not really a fixed service fee. But what FIFA wants to do in future is that there should be a fixed service fee, whether you're in Brazil, whether you are in whatsoever place, anything. Because I remember having a conversation with an agent or with an agent and a sporting director there, and they said yes, they charge 7%, which is quite nice for the agent and which is quite huge because if you calculate the difference in the transfer, if a player goes, let's take for example, if a player, unless the player is earning more than 200,000, that more that the agent commissioning is 3%, and then if the player is earning less, agent is like 5%. So, but now if you take the case now to if you were handling that situation like in Brazil, you see that you, the agent, you have more money because it's 7%. You're having 7% commission. So that is quite different. Okay. With the boundaries, yes, each country has different distance, but that's what I'm saying that you don't have to. It depends. You don't have to too much pay attention on that. Let's take, for example, I'm just giving an example that each country charges different, and now this has made a little bit some complication. Let's take, for example, like an agent can be, because there's not actually a service fee cap. Now, an agent can be working. You and an agent can be, let's say, in the same country, and that agent charges 5%. You charge 7%. Let's give an example because there's not really a service fee cap, and that situation is still in court. Why? Because many people went against FIFA that FIFA cannot put the service fee into 3%. That is very low. So there was a lot of debate about this. That service fee is very low. So a lot of things, not only that, but there's a lot of things that they are trying to debate on that. That's why I said I also advise, if you have time, go through that rules and regulation, the study material is going to help you. But said paid for player who is now 22 is 15%. But said paid for the player who is not 22. What do you mean? Do you mean about this? Why did he say that? But he said paid for the player who is now. The answer for that question, if you're talking about question 14, is 5% of 5 commission 5% at A. Which of the following describes solidarity contribution that will be due in regards to the calendar year of 15th birthday? So this you can try to also read through the solidarity because I'm talking about solidarity contribution, which is a key word there. So you can try to locate it also there. But yes, just to throw hints on what will come and what will not come. So just so that you guys also have a little bit of idea. So they try to give things that are prohibited for the that will not come in the exam. Okay, guys, let's move forward. At least we are already going out of time. Let's rush a little bit. We're still on question 14. Now, question 15, we have A representation contract with a minor needs to be signed by which parties? This should be quite easy. Well, let's not say it should be quite easy. Just try to. Why you guys are there? Why you guys are answering? Let me come. Let me put some. Let, yes, guys, I'm back. I had to use the bathroom a little bit, and then fill my smoothie. Drinking a smoothie here. Okay, let's see where question 15. A representation contract with a minor needs to be signed by which parties? And okay, yes, I see the answer already. Well, let me see what you have put. Mm, 15. Oh, okay. Yes, you guys all got this one. The answer is 15. The answer is B. Yes. So yes, a representation contract with a minor needs to be signed by which party? So A, player and an agent. No. B, player, agent, and guardian. And the guardian. Yes, player, agent, and guardian. Yes, that's very important because when you're a minor, you cannot represent yourself. You need your guardian. I mean, a guardian to be with you. So And this also, it comes to the form, because normally when you get your license, there's always a form, let me say, that you take from your association. For example, like when I was representing the young player I showed you guys, that is a professional player, that, I mean, not a professional, he's a young player, but playing at a professional academy. So when I was representing him, I went through this process by his parents, also him and his parents, under the form, signing the representation agreement for 2 years. So we did that. So that's just almost just the same thing here. So it has to be player, agent, and guardian. Okay, let's move forward. Question 16. You negotiated for your client, you only represent the player, a gross salary of 300,000 per year. How much is your commission? Oh, this requires calculation. Awesome. Did you guys calculate it? Someone did something here. Yes, the answer is B, 13,000. So good. Perfect, guys. B. Okay, let's move ahead. B, yeah. Okay, next. We're almost running this in. Oh, whoa. Okay. This is one of those kind of questions that I almost like, when you have this kind of question in the exam, like question 17, you're almost like, oh my God, Jesus, this question. Because chances are when you read these questions, you to go back and read the question, maybe it takes time for you to digest, to reinterpret the question. So the technique is you have to be finding the keywords of these things. Okay, but just look at how lengthy the question is. So when you have this kind of question, it's always challenging, because majority of the time, if you're not focused, you're getting this one wrong if you're not focused. Unlike, let's take for example question 18, when you can read it, or it's just one line and you digest it. But anyway, let's go. Article 15 of the Code of Ethics states that, so you already know this is clear because I've given you guys even that it's Article 15 of the Ethics Code. So the first thing, when you read it, if you have any problem, you know that you're going to the Ethics Code. And where is the Ethics Code? Is after the Disciplinary Code. So you have to already know the page, the content. And you go now to Article 15 of it. But anyways, let's go ahead. In dealings with government situations, national and international organizations, associations, and persons bound by this code shall, in addition to observing the basic rules of Article 14, remain politically neutral in accordance with the principles and objectives of FIFA. the confederations, associations, leagues, and clubs and general act and principles and objectives of FIFA, the confederation and association, leagues and clubs and general act in a manner compatible with their functions and integrity. How will violation of this article be sanctioned? So just to read this, so just to sum this up, so violation by this action, how it be sanctioned. So what I'll be doing is I'll be taking this answer straight, and then I'll turn to that page. I mean, Article 15 of the FIFA Ethics Code, because probably you'll be seeing everything here. So, A, an appropriate fine of up to CHF 10,000 as well as a ban of taking part in any football-related activities for a maximum of 2 years. B, an appropriate fine of up to CHF 10,000 as well as a ban on taking part in football-related activities for a minimum of 2 years. C, an appropriate fine of at least CHF 10,000 as well as ban in taking part in football-related activities for a minimum of 2 years. Okay. D, an appropriate fine of at least CHF 10,000 as well as a ban in taking part in football-related activities for a maximum of 2 years. Okay, so if you notice that the fines are changing, this was 10,000 and it was maximum. This was 10,000 and it was minimum. So what's the difference between this one? Okay, this was an appropriate fine of at least. Okay, this was at least. So this one, the word is at least, and this here is an appropriate fine of at least 10 decent. Okay, anyways, give your answers, or the best thing I always look is that try to go to that article, because they have already given you Article 15 of the FIFA Code of Ethics states that. Let me also go to that. Let's look at the Article 15 of the FIFA Code of Ethics. Yes, take your time and go to the question 17. What? Okay, let's check. Did you guys go to check? Did you guys go to find out the under the FIFA? Did you guys find out there? Because it's always important to find out. Okay, let's go 17. Some people said C, some people said D, some people said B, C, A, 16. So how did people get all this A, this, and that's why I said people should go to find out. Did someone go to find out and read it there? No, it's not A. I wanted someone to try to go find out. Did someone try to go and find out there? So when I say find out, many of you guys now, some people can do the job, like go to find out and take, just copy that and paste it here. But anyways, just to move ahead, I don't want to read all the full package, but listen. But it was saying that, let me just go through it as quick as possible. Article 15 of the FIFA Code of Ethics states that. So you have to find the answer at Article 15 of the FIFA Code of Ethics. So and the answer to this question is D, an appropriate fine of at least CHF 10,000 as well as a ban on taking part in any football-related activity for a maximum of 2 years. So that's the answer. So that's why I was asking that. How do you guys locate A, or did you guys just guess this one? Or let's say violation of article shall be sanctioned with an appropriate fine of at least 10,000 as well as ban of taking part in football-related activities for a maximum of 2 years. Okay, good. Yes, that's the answer. So D. An appropriate fine of at least 10,000 or a ban of taking part football-related activities for a maximum of 2 years. Yes. Good. Yes, the answer is D. Okay. That's one of you guys, your colleague pasted it there. Violation of this article shall be sanctioned with an appropriate fine of at least 10,000, at least CHF 10,000, as well as a ban on taking part in any related activity for maximum of 2 years, football related activities for maximum of 2 years. Yes. So thanks for checking that out. The answer, so D is okay. Tomorrow, when you're doing revising this, yes, it's D. When you're revising this, find a way to check these articles, because these are going to help you as I keep repeating. The moment you learn how to find those articles on the study materials, these things on study materials, you're going to get a lot of points, because we all know that you are not going to get all the credits. All the things just the day you write. So already some you need the study materials, and you need to start already doing that year. Okay. Okay, let's go to 18 and see where can decisions passed by the disciplinary and appeal committee be appealed against. Okay. So where do you appeal when the decision is passed? A, FIFA General Secretariat. B, CAS. C, the Football Tribunal. D, National Court. I think most of us who watch football, Let's take, for example, there's a situation happening, the African Cup of Nations, that they rewarded Senegal won the cup, and then the cup was taken back from them to give Morocco. And now Senegal also came out with something that they have to appeal that decision. And when you're appealing, where do you go to? So it's CAS, Court of Arbitration of Sport. So the answer is B. Yes, as you guys said, B, CAS, the Court of Arbitration for Sport. They're in charge for that. So next, 19, you are representing a client who has the following clubs registered on their electronic player passport since the age of 12. So ages 12 to 14, he played for Rio Equipo in Brazil. Ages 14 to 17, Beach Town FC Spain. Age 17 to 19, CFC England. You are using the EPP, which is electronic player passport, to figure out the solidarity contribution that is due to his former clubs, as well, and as he will be transferring to a new club, Buckingham Palace FC in England, in the calendar year of his 23rd birthday for a transfer fee. So I turn page. Based on information you are given, which of your client's former club will receive solidarity contribution as a result of the transfer? So, good. To answer this question first, you need to know what is solidarity contribution. You know that what is solidarity contribution? Solidarity contribution comes in effect between the age of 12 to 23. So first, you have to analyze those ages between the age of 12 to 23. So that's just a hint I'm trying to give. And how is it paid? How is solidarity is it paid? It's 5% of transfer of that transfer being shared to the clubs that train the player. But anyways, I shouldn't be explaining now. So just go through that. Let's see. And the answer was A, none of the former clubs. B, TFC only. C, Rio, Equipo, and Beach Town. D, all three former clubs. Is it question 19? Yes. You're struggling to see. Okay, let's put it down. Let's put it like that. I hope you can see now. Okay. I can also go back to the question. Maybe some people didn't read. Just go back here. Then I'm going to come back again. So I'll spend 30 seconds there. Then I'm going to go back. Okay, now I change a little bit just to give, because we're almost running over, so at least I can spend a few seconds. Now check now the answer there for if you are struggling not to, if you didn't see. Okay, now I think I've given a lot of enough time. Let's see your answers. D. Oh, I knew many people are going to put D. So I knew many people are going to put D, which is not D. But anyways, take the time again. Look at the question again. I'm going to give you guys few listen. Okay, someone got it. Yes, C. The answer is C. Yes, Royal Equipo and Beach Town. Listen. So did you? Where did you check that? Did you check, or you went through the book? Did you went through the study materials? Can we see the first part of the question again? Okay. Yes, you can always see it. Let's go back. Yes, take your time. We're almost running off. That's the last. That's question 19, almost to question 20. Okay. Then now, I don't know why we're wasting too much or why we're taking much time, but let's shift again this one so that you see again. Okay, good. Okay, let's move to the last one. And if let's move to the last one, guys. We're spending a lot of time on this one. Too much. Which of the following is not a provision for a natural person to become a football agent? So, which is not? I think this should be quite easy question. I think if you find a lot of questions like this, then yeah, which of the following is not a provision to becoming for a natural person to become a football agent? I'll give time. Most of you guys to answer. At least most majority should answer this one. I hope you all guys saw the question. Yes, I'll give time. Yes, I'm seeing your answers already, but let me give time for others as well. Okay. I show again. Yes. Yes. Okay. Well, let's not wait too much time. At least we all know this one. It's quite easy because I think you already went through this process yourself. So, which of the following is not a provision for a natural person to become a football agent? So, you guys already did this. So, it's quite easy. Submitting a license application, you did that. Paying an annual fee to FIFA. Paying an annual fee to FIFA. Yes, when you pass your license, you're going to pay an annual fee to them. So, and then complying with eligibility requirement. That's normal. As I why is my network making us if you want to be slow? Okay. And registering a FIFA ID is not. So the answer is C. Okay. Someone got 20 on 20. 20 on 20 on this mock. Wow. Okay. That's nice. If you got 20 on 20, that's perfect. Yeah. But again, some question, as I said here, because I'm also not, I'm really happy the way you are progressing, but also not happy that we're not using the study materials well. Because as I said, the best way that will improve you guys. So this weekend, while we are not studying, spend time on these questions. This is a good assignment. Spend time on these past questions and go through the questions again. Then learn to find them on the study materials, because the best way that you learn and you pass easily is also with that study material. That is a big key, because as I said, you can have 13 questions right. Let's give an example, and then 7 if you don't know how to use the study material, it will delay you. So next time, let's say when we're starting next week again, we'll have 3 live sessions next week, probably 3 live sessions. So that will help you a lot. Forget about what, believe me, what I'm saying here. If you learn how to pick those questions in the study material, that will be your ticket to passing. That will be a ticket to being an agent. That will be your ticket to this page and analyze this one. Yes. Okay, because we're done answering those questions. If you use those study materials, and when I'm asking questions, let's take for example, we do the question, you go and do those take the answer from the study materials and tell me that page this isn't page this. I've seen the answer. 100% you're going to pass the exam, because there are two ways, not two ways. You read and you know where to locate that answer. Because why I'm insisting on the study material is that when you be stuck in the exam, your only option will be the study materials. Your option will not be me. You understand? I won't be there to assist you. Your option will be the study materials. And he who has been learning to use the study materials well will go straight there easily. So imagine if we're doing this, it doesn't matter. We can take time here, even if we Even if you spend 5 minutes trying to find that, you can just tell me that, let me give you some time. That 5 minutes, the more you learn finding that thing, that question, that 5 minutes will become 3 minutes, it will become 2 minutes, it will become 1 minute, you become an expert. Then now when you go into the exam, someone might be answering the question here, but if that person has not been using the study materials a lot, the one where you're stuck, he who has been using the study materials here will benefit more, because where he's stuck, he can quickly refer to the study material and continue. You see, you understand, guys? So that's why I say the study material is a key, is a big key to passing the exam. Because if not, when you go there, when you're stuck, if you don't know how to use the study material, you use now guesswork, and guesswork don't actually help you. So next week, so while you're on this weekend, you have you have already three questions that we have done now, past questions. So you can try to go through those three past questions and also finding using the study materials to find them. And next week, I'll see what I expect is that if we're doing let's say a question, I expect you guys to be saying, hey, this is on page this. I should expect many people, not, I saw some few people were doing it today on page, or maybe 1 or 2%, I don't know. But so I have to appreciate, I have to say well done for you showing, say that it's on page this, page this. So try to practice that, is going to help you. Is that WhatsApp group chat still on? Is that WhatsApp still on? WhatsApp group chat? Yes, it's still on for sure. Someone came up with this, it's still on. But first, let's say, guys, remember what I'm saying. This is very important for you guys, and it's going to help you guys a lot. Okay, it's going to help you guys a lot for that. So talking about that WhatsApp, just one moment. How do I copy this? Wait, guys, I want to. Just a moment. I want to give this number so that people can. I have a WhatsApp number that is always put the study materials for different people, but there are two WhatsApp numbers. There's one that people were, because I have a course, as I told you guys, I have a course that's starting on 7th of April that I'm giving guys structured training, just structure, what to expect and everything. So there's a different WhatsApp to that. But let me give just a moment. Well, I want to call this number. Let's see. Let me see. Let me see. Okay. Good. Let me find this number and then give you guys. View contact. Okay. Yes, let's put okay. So this is a WhatsApp number that you guys can join, and then you are sharing all the information, past questions, whatever you want. 358 46 64 25 786 786. So let me verify again. Plus 358 464 464 425. Yes, and 786. Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. So this WhatsApp number, when you guys join, it's a group. Listen, you can join. I have to create a group. Just a moment, guys. I have to create a group and send to you guys concerning this. No, that's, let's see. Let's make this already here. Hold on, guys. I have to make a new group. Let's put FIFA Agent Study Group. Study group. Okay, FIFA Agent Study Group, and then invite via link or R code. So copy link. QR code. QR code, and then share this code. So let's see if I can copy this code and send it here. Let's see. No. 5 copy. This should be able to copy now. Let's see. Share a referral link. I'm trying to share this and I don't know why it's not going. Add members. Or let's do this. I think it's quite easy. I don't know why I'm doing. Let's do this. Okay. That's the number. Just name of group YouTube study. YouTube study. Low. Okay. Everybody will have, okay, hi. Okay, good. Okay, this is it. Okay, everyone send this. So I'm just going to add this in. I'm just going to add people in this group. I already saw someone sent already a message, hi. So what I'll do is I'll just add people on the group. So when you add, when you just send a message, for example, he already sent a message and said he sent already a message and said hi, and I saw the message. So what I'll do is I'll just add people to the group all. So when you just send me a message on that number, then anyone interested, then I'll add everyone to the group. Then you people can start communicating. So I think that's the best way for us to do. Okay. Okay, let's do this. Okay, and then let's add another person again. Okay, that person, let's add again. Add another person. So this add member. So I added already again. So yes, guys. Well, I'm just adding people now. But anyways, when you send those, I'm going to add everyone. I'm going to add everyone. Like people are already adding, and then it's normal in the group. You can all share questions that is difficult with yourself and share among each other. So that's also best way to study. So you can do that yourself. Just share among each other. Then you can always learn. Basically, you understand what I mean. You can just learn from each other. Okay. So guys, that is it. And anyone who sent a message now, so hope you guys see all the number. I'm going to try to just add you guys, and then you guys can start sharing. The name of the group is FIFA Agent Study Group. So the 5 members now there. The name is FIFA Agent Study Group. I'll keep adding people when your messages are coming, or once you are sending me request. Okay, guys, that's it for today, and we talk again. Monday is another day, and then we keep it like that so that we keep going. And I'll make sure I try to add most of all these guys, most of you guys, so that at least it's easy. Just a moment. Yes, I can see Danny. Some you just came. So yes, I'm trying to add other guys so that at least you all can be in the group. And normally, I always say normally when people are adding people, you can also just like people are people always, some people they always find what we used to do in the group. Let me just give you a tip is that sometimes I can be in, let's say, in Finland, and someone has the same study time with me, and I just call that person sometimes because we have all contact in the group that, hey, I'm doing some I'm doing some studies now. Do you want we do some few studies also? If questions are just that kind of interactive thing that you people are, because when you're in a group, one nice thing is that if people are always studying, dropping questions is here and there, so you're also motivating another person who might be sleeping, and say that person might think, oh, something is happening in a group and I'm there, people are studying regularly. That's what a group does, that it pulls you up. And then, so when you see that people are dropping questions and studying regularly, you're entitled to say, maybe come and engage. If you were a little bit lazy, just to come and go up and wake up and try to do one or two things with them. So that makes you also active in the group. So it's very important that you people do things. How was your trip? Nice for acting. Thanks for acting. It was great. I went to see the player who one of my player, and I wasn't really happy with some of the training sessions, that he was not really engaged, active, and maybe doing things, because he's quite talented, but I don't know what was happening with him. But after that, I spoke to him also and asked that what was the situation, and he said he was feeling down for the training, and I was telling him that, okay, sometimes this happens, but you need to keep training, because each time your coaches are also watching you as well. But yeah, overall the trip was nice. It was around 2 hours 10 minute drive going, and then 2 hours 10 minute drive coming back. Yeah, but I have to spend the whole day there also, because I had to watch him train and then go speak with him and have time with him. Then also had some conversation with the parents, because when you're managing a player, it's not only the player. That's one thing with agency or management. It's not only the player. You are basically involved in part of the family's, not family is not going deep, but you are involved also in having a conversation with the parent, because the parents hold a lot of cards for the child. So you want to build a relationship with the parents and ask them, how is everything going, not just in football world, so that they feel that you are also trying to be part, you are also helping. Because being a professional player, for a young player, it's tough. You need guidance, focus. No matter how talented you are, you need also focus to keep you on track, and sometimes you need people guiding you also a lot. So that's we had few conversation, and this weekend actually he's playing. The coach invited me to come and watch one of his games, so he's playing. So I'll have to find time for my schedule. So those are also the things that you deal with as an agent, that you have to be there for that child to see, so present also in his life or whatsoever. So I have to find time to go weekend and watch the game. So those are the things that, yes, we have to do. Then I have to watch the game, analyze it on my own self, know whether he's improving, has his improvement gone. So these are the general thing that I do on daily basis. So now, okay, then there's another player that I'm looking at after also. I have to also try to go. So you see, if you don't have people also, that's why in an agency, when you're managing or when you're building your agency, because I'm building it to certain the way I want it to be a top agency. So when you're managing, also you also need people that you think you're also going to bring to the agency, that they are trustworthy, that you think they can put in a lot of effort. Because at one point in time, I won't be able to travel, do all these things. Then you spend time now just having phone calls or online Zoom calls, which is not really nice also. So take for example, if I have a player in Norway, which is where I like my market to be, because Norway is like one of the best Scandinavian country that they produce talent. So I'm usually in Oslo like that. So if you have talent, if you have players there, imagine I have to send someone there to actually go and look after the player when, let's say, when someone comes into my agency, rather than me going to Norway, going to Copenhagen, then driving to Sweden, or going to Sweden. So you spend all your time traveling. But if you have people that you trust, that they have come into the agency, and you put your aim is to like make the agency a multi-million dollar agency, now you can sit and say, okay, you can talk to one of the other agent or one of the other persons that is working with you and just say, hey, can you go and watch this player's game in Sweden? In Sweden, for example, they're having a game tomorrow, because this builds confidence also with the player, that you have not abandoned him there. Because most players get a little bit frustrated that they don't see their agent for so long, and then they feel sometimes that connection start to go away. So when the 2 years of their representation agreement with the agent is getting finished, they don't renew again. So you as an agent, it's always very good that you keep that conversation, that family, not family, that relationship with your player. So that's why the best way, best advice one agent always gave me, with a top agent now, is that make sure your relationship with your agent, with your players are good. If not, you'll lose them. And he was telling me, because he said with his experience, he took a player to FC Copenhagen. Copenhagen plays in the Champions League. So this agent, I met him in a city in Finland called Tampere. We had a coffee chat. So I was asking him that what's his greatest thing that he can tell me as an agent who is just beginning life. This was, I think, 2 years ago, beginning life, and he was telling me that he has seen that I'm doing a lot of things right, but the thing he's going to advise me most is that always have a connection with your players, because if you don't have connection with your players, at one point in time, the relationship can start to deteriorate, and when they start going like that, players are only convinced by what they see. If someone jumps in and say, "Hey, I want to take you to Manchester United, I want to take you to Liverpool, whatsoever," as long as you don't have that good relationship with them, if they're convinced, and you have also been building a good relationship with the parents, they get convinced and they say, "Hey," they call you one day and said, "Well, at the end of our representation agreement, I won't like to renew again." And you, the agent, no matter what effort you have put in, you cannot do anything. Okay, so 2 months before a player's representation agreement with you runs out, he's entitled to speak to another person. So you see, so those are the things that, at least as an agent, you also have to do the work. But as I will say, it's a beautiful thing, because To be an agent is what I have always been in football for long. So to be an agent is what I love most. So this traveling also is like enjoyable, that you travel, you see different countries or different cities or whatsoever, spend time in, whether you are renting a hotel, Airbnb, just have fresh time and then go to speak with people. You understand what I mean? Like, as I said, one of the best times I had, and I knew that I want to become an agent or a top agent, is when I visited Norway. And I started to have that vibes, that feeling that, oh, this is what it is. Because I was living where I was living, where I was staying. I rented Airbnb for 1 week, Airbnb for 1 week, and very nice, just like a hotel, almost in a very secure, safe, like a hotel place, massive room, whatsoever. And my task every morning was just to wake up, prepare whatever I have to talk with the sports director or whatsoever, because I was having a lot of meetings with sporting directors then, CEOs, and whosoever I had meetings with them. But then I started feeling that, okay, this job is a nice job, because it's like one of the most best jobs if you're a football person, because you don't get to, you use just your brain. You don't get to do something too much physical, if you understand what I'm saying. Like, you don't get to run, so you just have to sit, analyze what is happening, know how to network, and then you do things like that. So let's take, for example, the first time I went, I had a meeting with the CEO of a particular football club. Then after that, uh, when I had a coffee, then straight away went out to go and see how the football players are training, the professional football players are training. So you have you start having conversation there. Now also, if you're even an agent that you are, if you come there regularly, at one point in time, if you are representing a player in that very club, you might even get another player just from that club, because you are frequent there. So when I went to Norway, then even some of the CEO was saying that, because I was having conversation with them, they'll be expecting me to write a book, because I'm writing a book to actually give to some of the CEOs in most European countries. I have a CEO in, that's FC Copenhagen, Valeranga, Oslo, and lots of those clubs in Norway. I have to send the book when I finish writing the book. It takes time, but those are the things that I try to do, to write it and send it to them. So just to cut the long story short, you need to invest time, but also, as if you want to become an agent, those are the best feelings. So that you travel, let's take for example, you travel wherever location you are, travel to just go and sit in the stadium, watch your player play, and then you earn commissioning. But now you have to use your brain to network with. And when you learn how to network, then this will be the best job for you guys. Okay, let's finish like that. Have a nice weekend, and then we continue next week as with the exam stuffs, and then we keep preparing like that. And for those who have not added, then I'll try to just add you guys when I finish. Okay. So take care, guys, and anything, then I can go. If there's nothing, I'm going. As an agent, let's see. Okay. Still waiting to be added to the group. I cannot add the number. Why? Why can you not add the number? Most of the guys have added. What happened? Can I be added to the group, please? Yes, you can be added. Did you already send your? Did you already send me a hi message? As I said, yes, you're going to be added, because that number has a WhatsApp, and many of you guys are already there. So I'm going to just add you guys again, add some of you guys when I finish. But now let me answer some of this question. One was still waiting to be added. Yes, you're going to be added to the group for sure, 100%. As an agent, how do you go about addressing your disappointed when you do not like how your player is being treated to a club? That's a good question, but it's all about building relationship with, when you're having a good relationship with a sporting director or whatever, because you have to understand that in this industry, your main thing is, read my question, please. Let me finish with this one. So you have to know that the main thing is about building a relationship with the club and the player. So you have to find a common ground. But your first interest is always making that your player is okay. But don't also underestimate a club, because you are there to play. If you don't have a good relationship with the club, then at one point in time you're not going to be able to sell your player. So you have to always try to address that and find and be honest that who is at fault here. Let's take for example, if I have a player and I discover that the player is a stubborn player, let's be frank, because some players also are like this, a stubborn player. Then you have to pull him and say, okay, try to be honest with him and say this is this, and try to be honest with him that okay, this is what we're going to improve. You cannot do this to the club, because I am representing you, of course. So I'm going to always try to be with you. But again, you cannot deteriorate, or you cannot destroy a relationship with a sporting director. So you have to always try to advise the player to do the right thing. So you have to always find a lot of common ground there. So like this like on this weekend, if I'm going to watch my player play, I was speaking with the coach when after the training. I spoke with the coach that he wasn't really active. I wasn't really seeing a lot of energy. I don't know why. So I have to when I go and watch, I have to see what happens, what is happening. So because the aim is that let me find a way for him to keep playing and playing to his best, because he's very talented, and I'm expecting that at 16 years he should be signing a professional contract, because so that is already what I'm so everything I'm doing, I'm calculating that he has connections happening in, for example, in Denmark, he has connection with in Sweden, he has connection in Norway, those three places that are good for development. He has connection in Belgium. So those places I'm looking at, they are good for development, so that when he goes through this development, then the next stage is he can go to a La Liga, those kind of places, because he's a very talented player. But of course, if you don't train and if you don't manage, if he doesn't train and if you don't manage him well, then talent makes not. If you're talent and if you have talent and you're not hardworking, all those things are wasted. So this is the process I have for him. So now, while he's training and doing all these things, I'm already building those connections with already clubs, that club coaches and all those other people, just to make sure that when the right time comes, he's ready. But now, in the meantime, also he has to do the right thing to be able to get to that next stage. So it's always like a progress. I did send it. Okay. I addressed you. Okay, good. Okay. I hope I answered this question. Do we have any other question again? I love to answer your question, guys. Thank you for the session. You're welcome. Thank you. So welcome. What did you send? You said I just sent it. I don't know what. Read my question, please. Let's check your question. Let me look at your logo. I just sent you hi. Is that a question you? Oh, I thought you were saying a question here, or you mean but on WhatsApp? Yes, guys. If you have a question, let me know. No, on WhatsApp, I'm just going to go now to add you guys, so that the best thing I can do is to add you guys. Okay. So if no question about any networking or whatsoever thing, but always I like to answer this question, as I said. If not, then I'm ready to go. Okay, take care, guys, and see you Monday. Have a nice weekend. Okay, we continue on Monday. Bye for now. Cheers.